All right, we should be back in a second. Right, so wait for people to come back in slowly but surely. It was definitely the ad. Square Enix was not happy. They were not happy campers. Has Twitch started back up? Has Twitch restarted? Retwatch has started. Perfect. I'll give people a couple minutes to see the alert or to see that the new the stream died of cringe, chat. The stream died of cringe. It absolutely did. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it again, and we're gonna try it again. The crazy thing about it is that was the weirdest crash I've ever experienced. That was the weirdest stream crash ever. It was the weirdest stream crash ever. Like my like I was talking to you guys, you were there, and just everything went black. Like everything went black. Sometimes my monitor does flicker, where the main monitor that I use, that I play on and stuff, like that one usually, it'll like go black for like a half a second and then kick back on. And it'll like flicker, but it'll come back. It's like something with the port, or I don't know what it is. It's the heat, maybe. I mean, I have my AC on, but usually when that flickers, the shirt changed to you off. Yeah. I switched it because I had a little like just the other shirt was rubbing on my skin a weird way. So the but then this monitor, because I have two monitors, the one on the left usually stays on. Even if the main one like flickers a little bit. So I was like, well, that's not what's happening. Just everything went black, but the PC was still running. Now I have had something happen, and I don't know if anybody in chat has run into this. I think when I looked it up, it might be a power supply thing, and so I might need to buy a new power supply. Or it might be a heating thing. But I literally put new thermal paste on the CPU last year. It's a whole brand new CPU, brand new thermal paste. Because I've heard it could be an overheating thing too. Is I've had my PC just like kick into like overdrive, where like the fan, everything just starts spinning very loud. It's not what happened just now, but like the PC will go black, and then I'll hear the PC just like going, like spinning like crazy, like the fan going like crazy. And then I just have to like hard shut it down using the button at the very top. That's the only way to stop it. So I've had that happen like 2 or 3 times, and it's frightening every time it happens. So I have to figure something out about that, like what's causing that. Because I don't want to accidentally brick the PC, or I don't know, because shutting it down by the button feels wrong. Am I doing bulking season? No. And then, but what happened this time was everything went black. Both monitors went black. The PC didn't go crazy, so it wasn't that. And then I was sitting there for like 10 seconds, and then and then it just came back, like everything just, yeah, my shirt did change. Sorry. Yeah, my shirt changed. I got back into the Final Fantasy mood. So I went to the bathroom, and then, you know, I saw the shirt, and I was like, oh, let me switch shirts. Probably breaks your immersion. You're like, am I back? Or like, is it actually, yeah, it is the Rebirth Orchestra shirt. Yeah. It has its hair too, which bothers the shit out of me. It got torn somehow. Yeah, this is the Rebirth Orchestra shirt. So I don't know why. So then like it went, so the computer came back without me doing anything. There was like an error message on OBS, and there's like another error message from Windows. So I don't know what it was. It's a dope shirt. I know. I have another one too. I have another version. I have another one of this exact shirt that's a smaller size that I bought because I was like, you know, when I get to a smaller size, I'm gonna be able to wear that. But I have not gotten to a smaller size yet. I am still down. I am still losing a little bit of weight. So I'm probably, from the last time I mentioned my weight progress, I'm probably down another 5 pounds total. So still a long way to go. I would hopefully have been lost more by now, but hasn't happened. But as long as it's going down progressively, I'll take it. Being sick doesn't help. Being sick does not help. But slowly but surely. Good to see you earlier, brother. Just here for all the theory crafting and vibes. Yeah, I mean, ironically, this is actually the usual time that I start on Thursdays, and we're basically gonna start 8 the same way, the same time that we start every week. I thought about starting 8 earlier today, but just with everything that was happening, all the news, you know, I decided let's just yap. I feel like people like when I yap too. I'm a bit of a yapper, and I think people enjoy it. So stop Uber Eats and drinking calories. I mean, I mostly have. The only time I really order food is sometimes when streaming, because it's just like it's just way more convenient. I don't have time to like make something. That might happen tonight. Yeah, pretty much that, really. Is really one. And then drinking calories, I don't really drink many calories. Like this is like 100 calories, so it's a little bit, but I've been meal prepping. I was before I got sick. I was doing like, it was actually before the trip to LA for some Games Fest, so it's been a while now. I have to get back to it because I was away for so much. But I was just straight up like chicken breasts and veggies, just straight up. Like that was pretty much all I was eating for like 2 weeks before heading off to SGF, and now I have to get back into it. But I've been so out of the flow because like work has been crazy over the past couple weeks. Like since I got back, work has been just all consuming, so I haven't had time to really meal prep. And then I got sick, and I just couldn't even go to the grocery store. So I've just been eating whatever I have at home, like tuna sandwiches, stuff like that. I found this protein slop recipe with just eggs, ground beef, spice, and races. Yeah, I like the grilled chicken that I make is very good though. I could actually, let me pull up the recipe that I make for it. Because it is like seasoned well. Lime. This is what I make when I do the meal prep. Hold on. I just take grilled chicken breast and I season it like this. It's actually for a recipe called taco lime grilled chicken. But you can kind of see a picture of it a little bit. But it has like, this is when it's all seasoned up. These are like all the seasonings on it. And so it's ground cumin, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic salt. And then you squeeze like lime juice on it to like marinate it for a little while. And so like I just like cook it like this. So it pretty much comes out looking like this. And then as I slice it up and eat it with veggies, like that's pretty much what I have when I'm meal prepping. And it is good. I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. So that's what I'm on. I just need to get healthy enough to eat it. Fajita style chicken with lime hits hard. Yeah, it's really good. Let's talk about this fucking ad some more.
It's all.
Where was I? I was in the middle of cooking, and then Square Enix decided I was being an asshole.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them.
Wow. It's a thrill ride full of epic powers, gigantic battles.
No, not this video again. You have to watch it. This is why the franchise is struggling, chat. The cringe that shut my PC
And
down.
the best part is, you won't have to do it alone.
It's a single player game, but don't worry.
You still have your companions by your side.
So are you ready for the ultimate journey?
This is so cool.
This is where we do damage.
Final Fantasy 16 is available now, exclusively on PlayStation 5.
Okay. Okay. We survived it. We survived it this time. I will say, in case anybody from Square Enix, public relations or marketing happens to be watching this, you know, because it's hard to, let's say the person, let's just say the person who came up with the idea for this is watching this stream right now. They're most likely not, but just in case they are. Because look, I'm in this world. I've made things in marketing that, you know, I don't think are probably all that great. I mean, usually it's pretty good. But, you know, you can have the occasional fumble, you know? You can, I don't want to just, you know, attack anybody's idea. Look, the idea behind it is okay. I get the idea behind it. You're getting people who don't play Final Fantasy, clearly don't play Final Fantasy. Oh, they got laid off, so it's probably fine. It's fucked up. You got people who aren't playing Final Fantasy to sort of help introduce to other people who don't play Final Fantasy the concept of Final Fantasy. You address the numbering system issue directly. You don't address it as well as I think you can, but you did address it. There are a lot of like things in here that I understand the intention of. It's just not well executed because nobody believes any of these people even give a shit about this game. They're obviously just paid to like say things. They're poorly reading it because it is just purely scripted. Like, if you were to get, as people in chat are mentioning, Kenny Omega or Robert Pattinson, which is expensive. You have Olympians in here. Like, you have you spared no expense with the talent that's in here, and you have a lot of them. We got fucking Suni Lee in here. So you have people who are actually George Kittle. Like, you have people who were not cheap. You know what I mean? And so you could afford a Robert Pattinson who actually does like the game. I don't know if he's played the new ones. I know he played the original one. I think he got some of the details wrong. Either way, guy played the game, right? Like, so get somebody like that who at least has some credibility in talking about it, if you're going to go this route. I do think the intention of like trying to break some of the misconceptions about it is the right impulse. It's just not well done. I think you could go the celebrity route. I also think you could go what I said. Like, you have all these real streamers who have a genuine response where like, this is Final Fantasy. I didn't know Final Fantasy could be this way. Like, unscripted. You have unscripted people talking about how much they really enjoy the Final Fantasy VII Remake series. Granted, you can't really apply that to 16 because it was brand new. But for part 3 of FF7, there is now 6 years of accumulated footage. You got to look through it, but there's 6 years of accumulated footage of like people who are experiencing this franchise and this trilogy for the first time, who have fucking fell in love with it. You have like, there are plenty of them, but like one, like I personally know, like Jess Capricorn, like she was new to it. She's a major fan of it. I think she actually likes FF8 a little bit more, weirdly enough, appropriately enough, because we were playing that today. But big fan of it. She was talking about FF7 not so long ago, and she was like, it is my favorite combat system. Like, the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is my favorite combat system. And she's like a big Dark Souls player. Like, she does like level 1 runs where her, you know, character has like no goddamn armor, and she'll beat Melania in Elden Ring with like no armor, no equipment, no nothing. Like, very talented. And for her, somebody who really loves things like Souls games, which are those popular motherfucking games on the planet, or some of the most popular games from currently, to say they prefer the Final Fantasy VII Remake combat system, sell that shit. Cataclysm's good. There's a bunch of good people. You could do a whole compilation of a lot of people who have experienced FF7 Remake FF7 for the first time through this trilogy. And you don't even need to put them on camera and have them say new things. You just need to capture the things they've already said to people and actually show people, hey, there are people who genuinely, authentically have a positive response to this game, weren't expecting to love it the way they loved it. Yeah. Like, actually, Cassicles, when you mentioned her, I was watching the Summer Games Fest reactions. Like, when I got back from SGF, I was going back through a bunch of streamers and like looking at the reactions to Summer Games Fest. And it was so funny because she's a relatively new Final Fantasy person. And she was like, I think she was like hugging like one of those plushies, like hoping for FF7 Part 3 to be, a reveal. And then it was like the reveal, and it was like, oh my god. So case in point, I'm somebody who, wasn't, didn't know what the hell FF7 was before the remake series. And it was actually one of the most anticipated announcements for them in this year's like summer games, everything. So you are converting people, but you're doing nothing with the people that you're converting. Like, you're not capitalizing on that in any way. You're trying to buy influence at best, or just not leveraging it at all. So there's things they could do, chat. Speaking of things to do, we should probably start FF8. We can keep yapping. Hold on, let me just catch up a chat before we start 8. Also, any of my 8 people in chat, I'm still left off where I left off last week, so I'm curious about like side quest stuff I should do. Or I guess what I'm going to say to my FF8 people in chat, Cordoba, Grant, I know you're into it. Should I do the next bit of story before and then do world stuff, or should I do world stuff and then continue story? My impulse is to continue story and then do cleanup. Just curious on your thoughts on that. That's what you mean for bulking season. You're talking about in-game. I was like, when you said it earlier, I was like, well, I'm actually, if I'm doing anything, I'm trying to cut. I didn't realize you were talking about FF8. Tyler, dude, legit yesterday went grocery shopping and the clerk saw my FF7 shirt and said, oh look, FF7. I just started playing Remake the other day. It's incredible. I was shocked, bro. Dude, see, there are those people out there. Tyler. Chat, look at this. We are many. Look at this. I mean, according to certain streamers, that shouldn't exist. According to certain streamers, like, you should, if they're new to it, they should fucking despise it. Because it's fucking trash. Fake news. That's what you're telling me, Tyler. Fake news. Look at this chat. Look at this chat message that just came in from Tyler Hepner. The Tyler Hepner. Incredible artist. Dude, legit yesterday went grocery shopping and the clerk saw my FF7 shirt and said, oh look, FF7. I just started playing Remake the other day. It's incredible. A shock, bro, is so random. It exists. It's out there. It actually happened to me in Sleep Easy in Universal Studios in LA. When we were hanging out, Sleep Easy had, it wasn't somebody who recognized us. It was that Sleep Easy was walking around with, he has, you know what he has, chat? This motherfucker. he has the goddamn Averex FF7 jacket. He has this bad boy. Sleepy owns this. That bastard. Because I want it. He has the stamp Averex jacket. So he was wearing it at Universal, and somebody recognized the stamp thing from behind. How did he get that, dude? I don't know. I didn't ask him. I assume he bought it with his hard-earned money. So he had this, and somebody recognized him. Does he have home security? People, do not raid his home looking for this jacket, okay? Be normal, please. So he has this fire-ass jacket, and somebody recognized it. We're walking around Universal, and somebody recognized it. And they were like, "Oh my god, FF7!" And then we talked to the guy about FF7 for a little bit. Just like a random, he might have been an employee actually. We are out there. We are many. Yeah, this is a really sick jacket. I'm very jealous of it actually. So these young twins playing Rebirth on their Switch in a diner. Oh wow, really? Is it the Bubsy Heat? People are coming around. That's the thing, Tyler. So Tyler is saying people are coming around, bro. That is what I was saying earlier when I was on my rant about like, look, you finally, with FF7 Remake and Rebirth, they finally caught. They are the dog who is chasing a car, chat. Final Fantasy for 20 years after FF10 was trying to figure out how to modernize their gameplay experience. They tried a lot of different experiments. Most of them failed or weren't very good. You know, some people enjoyed, but not everybody. Either way, finally they've like cracked the code on like taking that core formula from the PS1, and they've finally fucking made the modern version of it. The combat is incredible, but still has the strategic sort of intent and thought that's needed. The world, there's like real world exploration, a whole world to like explore. They finally cracked how to make a Final Fantasy game in a modern way. And if they just get so dissuaded by the reportedly poor sales, and who knows how poor they actually are. The last number we've seen on Remake was 8.7 million, which is pretty goddamn good. We only ever heard a rumor of 2 million around the launch of Rebirth, so we don't even know what that is now. If I were to guess, it's probably in the 4 to 5 million range. I don't know if they've hit 5 million yet. I think that is something that came up in the video by He Who Shall Not Be Named, where he mentioned that usually when they reach 5 million on certain titles, they pretty much always have announced it. So it's possible they have not hit 5 million yet. But if they're in the 4 millions, that's totally respectable. That means like combined between the first two games, you're in the 12 to 13 million copies sold range. FF7 OG sold 15 million. So you're in the range between the two games of like what the first one, about the PS1 game sold over 30 years, right? So I don't think it's as dire as people make it out to be. There's also the fact that in order for you to buy and play Rebirth, you have to have probably beaten Remake. Otherwise, it's probably unwise to have bought Rebirth. So some drop off is expected. Either way, I think they're doing relatively well. All things considered, they could do better. I've pointed at things in their marketing that I think could be better. But I think the product is finally getting there. And as Tyler said in chat, people are coming around. When Dark Souls first came out, I feel like I'm going to talk about some of this on Sunday because I usually like to talk about this stuff on Sunday, but maybe I'll do like slides about it. But if you look at Dark Souls units sold, Souls 2 release date. Do it live with you. Say around like 2011. AI does a decent job at this sometimes. By the end of 2011, shortly after its October launch, the original Dark Souls sold approximately 1.5 million copies worldwide. The early success paved the way for the critically acclaimed franchise, which has grown to sell over 39 million units across the series, right? But the beginnings were very humble. You know what I mean? It's not like Dark Souls, which is now, and all the FromSoft games, which are now incredibly popular. 30 million for Elden Ring, right? Massive. I think it was DS3 that made it a big hit. Yeah, it took a little while. The first two weren't like immediate hits. But like DS1 was, you know, pretty niche. DS2 was relatively niche. But eventually it clicked for people and it went wide and it went far. So I feel like the potential formula for what FF7 could be, given what they finally cracked in terms of gameplay, is like in the realm of like where Dark Souls was around like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, where there was a relatively small community that was really into it. And I don't think it just means we're gonna get to this point. Like, this is incredible. Like, I don't think this would be an unbelievable, way out there achievement for a Final Fantasy to achieve in the future. But either way, they had a relatively small, like, passionate core that like believed in the combat, and then other people eventually found it. I think in Dark Souls 3, apparently, and then the other games. It was a way smaller of a community than Final Fantasy is right now. But either way, I think everyone, it's really rare that I've run into people who haven't experienced this combat system. And I'm focused mostly on combat, right? Like story, who knows? Story will probably be a little bit give or take with some people. I think people really love the characters though. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, I've seen more of a visceral, genuine love of the way the remake games play from people, and I've rarely seen people who just don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's rare that I find people, I can't even think of people, like, there are people who maybe don't get it, who like, I've seen Reddit posts of people who are like, I don't know, like, do you have tips for combat? Because I feel like I'm missing something. That does exist for sure. But I think the vast majority of reaction to the gameplay is relatively positive. I do think probably the biggest knockback, the most consistent knockback I've seen when it comes to Rebirth, has been the side questing and mini games. I think it's pretty undeniable that a lot of people weren't fans of how those things were implemented. In terms of the checklist feeling like an obligation, in terms of the mini games feeling way too frequent and disrupting the story, which does happen earlier in the game. I think it eventually steps aside. And I think it was probably a little bit of a miscalculation as to how many of those to put within the main story quest line. But I also see hyperbole with that shit. Because I was looking at Steam, reviews of Rebirth, and there was because it's been part of this whole conversation this past week, right? Of like, people have been like hating on like the stir around like Max Dude, and like people saying like the game sucks and he's misleading people and people actually don't like it, yada yada. I saw a Steam review that was like pure fucking hyperbole, where it was like 90% of the time I spend in this game is playing mini games. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. It is not 90% of the game. Like, what are we talking about? Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, there are mini games. There are more numerous mini games than a lot of games. But come the fuck, it's bait. Like, either, like, it's definitely disingenuous, for sure. And who knows who that person was. And if they were seized upon the review section by ill actors, you know, but like 90%, dude, come the fuck on. You could say, I will accept there are too many mini games for my taste. I think it's too much. But to say like 90% of the game experience is fucking mini games, come on, bro. Remember, American game media does not, like FF7 never has. They're obsessed with pushing their retro FF6, FF9 stuff. I know we talked about this in the past. I don't think that's the problem. I really don't think that's a problem. Because, dude, the Metacritic, like, it's a 92. It did really goddamn well. You know, arguably it should have, you know, it could have and should have won like Game of the Year. Like, but I don't think it's a fair articulation of the American gaming media. I know we talked about this in the past. We disagree. That's fine. But I mean, it's pretty inarguable that it was it was critically acclaimed. You know, it was critically acclaimed. So I was watching the Max FF7 director interview. Max should have asked why they got rid of the stairs in the Sugar Mansion. He was so mad. Yeah, that's funny. There were reviewers openly saying they were dinging it to lower its Metacritic. I mean, I personally didn't see that. Either way, Cordoba, if that was their intention, they failed. Because a 92 Metacritic is incredibly good. Like, actually, they do like best games. They have like a thing where you could see, you could filter it. So best games in 2024. If it reloads. It was the number 4 highest rated game of that year. Number 4. It was top 5. It's like, even if there were critics who were trying to do that, they outright failed. They were 2 points away from the top 3. Like, these top 3 scored a 94, and then the next one is a 92. Like, they were hitting the highest level possibles really on Metacritic. So, and a 92 is incredible. And truthfully, if you were to ask me, do I think it's a 92 or do I think it's higher? I think it's a 92. I think a 92 is a very fair score for Rebirth. I think 94 is probably high for Astrobot. I think Astrobot's not quite a 94 personally. But either way, I think a 92 is a perfectly fair score for FF7 Rebirth. You have a chip on your shoulder because of how they treated FF8 and look Marines of Bastion. I hear you. Astrobot was cool, but 94 is insane. That's kind of how I feel. Metaphor is a bit too high. I haven't played, I only played the demo of Metaphor. I own it, but I haven't had time to play through it. I also feel like I kind of might have liked Playroom a little bit more too, Lim Fandango. I feel like the Astrobot experience was so strange to me because, like, the critical reception was so crazy. And I do know people, like real people, who also were really, really into it. It felt very nostalgic. Like, it felt like a lot of the love for it was just like people really love all the old references. I appreciate the older references too. I do like being able to play Ape Escape effectively again, you know? All that stuff was cool. But people talked about it as if it was like innovating platforming. And like, I did not feel that at all. Like, it has some cool mechanics. There's some cool stuff to it, but it didn't blow me away. Like, people were comparing it to like the best Mario games. And I'm like, really? Really? I don't know. It was fun, but it didn't wow me exactly for others. And the thing is with Astrobot, because I played the first half of that game around like when it came out. And then I was like, maybe I'm too harsh on it. Maybe I need to finish the game. So I eventually did finish it. last year at some point. And the second half of it was better than the first half of it. Like, I felt like there was more engaging and different mechanics. So it actually was a little bit high. Like, when it won game of the year, I was like, that seems a little crazy considering what I played of it. And then when I played more of it and actually beat it, I'm like, okay, I see it's definitely better. You know, that there's other stuff that I hadn't experienced yet, but I still don't think it was game of the year. And I think when it comes to like Metaphor versus Rebirth, I haven't played Metaphor, so I can't give my critique of it, my thoughts on it. But I think what really ultimately hurt Rebirth is that it was an incomplete experience in a way, right? Because it is such a, it's a cliffhanger that hits you relatively hard, especially because the cliffhanger is like, and I mentioned this in my video, I don't know what's going on, versus the feeling I think you usually want in a cliffhanger, which is, I can't wait to see what's next, right? Like, you're obviously not going to get all the answers in the second installment, but usually when a good cliffhanger hits me, I'm like, oh my God, I just want more. It's like, oh, what happens next? Like, the first question in my mind is what happens next. But the first question that hits my mind when I reached the end of Rebirth was, what the hell just happened? Like, I was so confused rather than intrigued. And I think there were some people who were intrigued, but I think a lot of people were left more confused than intrigued. I think that's kind of the challenge with where they left it off and the unknown gap before the next one, which I do think will be, which I think we're all pretty confident was going to be about 3 years, and then they did do it in 3 years. So yeah. Whereas like Metaphor is a complete story, right? So if you're a critic, especially, like critics are not FF7 fans either, you know? So even the fact that it rated this high is something, given how empty that ending sort of leaves you, or how many questions it leaves you with. Because it's just hard. Like, if I were judging on that panel, right? Like, if I were judging Game of the Year, I might have a hard time voting for it for Game of the Year, because like, I don't know if the risk that it took would be worth it, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to say with confidence that all the Zack stuff would mean something at the end of it, or that this risky take on Aerith's death would resonate within part 3, because it didn't really resonate with me in part 2. You know, like, in the experience of it, it just felt like they were kind of showing both things. I talked about this in my video, but like, it was hard to, like, I think critics are probably feeling like they're putting their name on it. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying like, this, we are endorsing this as like the best experience of the year. And there were enough things a part of that experience that were probably a bit unfulfilling from a story perspective, from a gameplay perspective, when it comes to mini games and side quests and checklists and all that. There was enough reasons to hold it back from being the game of the year. So ffviii is kind of banger if you haven't played it. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I'm sure the judges didn't finish all these games for sure. I hate to leave a story unfinished. Hamaguchi, fucking Hamaguchi, dude. That's the other thing. I've said this multiple times. There's the last thing, the last FF7 thing, and then we'll play FF8. Where it's 8:10. All right, we're not going too far, but FF7 Revelation. Oh no, wait, Summer Game Fest 2026. This cheeky son of a bitch. He has been so emphatic that, like, this is the end. We're answering things, people. We are not going to leave you. I think he's aware of the overall conversation around Rebirth and how, like, people have definitely felt like oh, the ending of part 3 is going to be relatively open, just like Rebirth was. There's a lot of fears of that. And I think he senses that. Because in interviews, we've talked about this on stream, like in interviews, where the fuck is the reveal? Because they have the Day of the Devs stuff. So it's not at the very end. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Hamaguchi on stage.
Deft gunslinger.
It was actually before the final little snippet.
Well, thank you all. Thank you, Hamaguchi-san, for bringing us this extended look at Final Fantasy VII.
Cheeky son of a bitch. He knows, he understands. I will say the one thing that is so clear about Hamaguchi is he is like so fucking tapped into the conversation around this game.
Revelation.
Like he knows people are like, is this he gets he just did like 70 interviews after this where every press outlet is like, so is it actually going to end? Is there going to be an ending? Please tell me there's an ending.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we cannot wait to play it.
But Mark, I think we ended the video too early. I hate to leave a story unfinished. I hate to leave a story unfinished.
He knows we need an ending. We need a fucking ending. Even the OG FF7 in some ways is relatively open, right? Like it tells you what happens to the planet, 500 years later, but it leaves a lot of the what happens to the characters open until you get to having children. All I will say about this topic is stay on the lookout, because I have started a script, not for the next big theory thing, not for the Sephiroth video. I know people are looking forward to that. I'm going to do a video about the Revelation reveal. That'll be shorter, probably around like 30 minutes or so. And it's going to be the opening. It's going to be the opener to FF7 Revelation hype subtext season, where that will have the Sephiroth video, which is bigger than just Sephiroth, but that'll be the second really long one. This will be like the appetizer for that one. That's what I'm working on. And hopefully there'll be a cadence of releases. Like the plan is there will be this Revelation reveal video, then that next big lore video or like theory video. And then there will be like a lot of breakdowns probably of like the news, like the new trailers and stuff like that. So that's the plan. And I know there's a lot fewer people here usually than on Sunday, so I'll repeat a lot of this stuff on Sunday, but that is the plan. All right, let's do FF8. So if there's more people here in chat than usually are here on Thursday, so please stick around for FF8, or before you leave, if you leave, please leave a like on the video, on the stream, just to help people find it. That's always very appreciated. We're gonna do FF8. Let me tell you about FF8, chat. If you haven't been around for the FF8 playthrough, so I have not played FF8 for like 20 years, like basically when it came out. And it was probably my least favorite Final Fantasy from back in the day, from back when I played Final Fantasy. It was definitely my least favorite of the ones I played. And there was something about it I was curious about, though. Something about it just scratched at me. you know, I would hear the music every now and then. I'd see somebody play it every now and then, like do a playthrough. And I'd be like, is it better than I remembered? Like, was I too young? Did I just not get it? You know, like I always had this like thought that I was like, and I don't know why, because I genuinely didn't. I have a very distinct memory of not liking it. But I wanted to challenge myself, you know, and be like, you know, maybe it's different. Maybe I should. I just don't remember. I don't remember the story, and so maybe there's something about it that that I'm not taking into account, or maybe it'll hit differently as an adult. You know, it was always a bit of like, it was the more mature one. Like 7 was, you know, fun, but had some mature themes and some crazy shit that happens. Obviously like dine scene and like there's some dark stuff in it, but it's lighthearted too. 8, I remember it as being a lot more like somber in a way. That was my memory of it. It's a lot more lighthearted actually. There's more lighthearted things that I remember. 9 was like the fun fairy tale kind of thing. And so like I was into that. 10 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Like 10, 9, 7, they all had the balance, you know, that I kind of like with Final Fantasy, or that, I don't know, it was like the right zone, you know, of like what I want and expect for Final Fantasy. So I discounted FF8 a lot in my mind. But then I'd run into people, you know, there's like the Ben Starr who fucking loves it, Jess Capricorn who loves it, and like people I actually respect who really like it. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll give it another try. That was really the big motivation, was like, there are enough people whose taste I respect that really fucking like it. So I'll give it another shot. FF9 does have dark stuff. Yeah, everything with VV is pretty dark. But otherwise, like, for whatever reason, it lives in my memory as like fun, whimsical fairy tale, you know? It doesn't stay that way, but that's how it sits in my memory, you know? FF8 is goofy as shit at times too. So like even FF8 doesn't live up to my memory. I'm talking more about like my memory of it. So yeah, I've liked it so far. I mean, we're in Disc 3 toward the end. We've had a lot of revelations. I do think there are some things that are clunky about it. Like for example, the revelation about the orphanage and how all the kids know each other, or all the party members, you know each other. The execution of it makes it feel a little bit there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't find it. It's not like coincidental, but that's the word that comes to mind. It makes sense. And like and I think it might even make more sense given what Cordoba's saying. But it just felt like the delivery of it is like, wait, all of a sudden we all know each other. I was like, oh, we all knew each other as kids. The GF explanation, like the Guardian Force explanation for why they don't remember it, makes sense. It adds up. But like I said, just a little clunky. You know, Kofi saying clunky is the word. So it's a little convenient. Farthers, yes, convenient. That's what it felt. It just felt like a little convenient. But it does make sense in terms of the lore of the world and how it all works. And Cordoba's hinting that there's even more reasons why it makes more sense. So I will, you know, reserve that judgment. I'm just saying, like, you know, your opinions on the stories are the product of like what you experience in the moment that you experience it. So, you know, even like we've talked about with Sid and Final Fantasy VII, where people really just remember him being the crazy asshole in Rocket Town and then seemingly forget the rest of his character until he until you get his character resolution in the space sequence. People otherwise forget all the other aspects of his, like all the other characteristics that he has, and they're just like, why is he not yelling and cursing and being an asshole at 24/7? It's like, well, that's not Sid either, you know. But that initial thing is what people sort of like remember and glom onto. So It's not totally fair, but it just is the way it is. So that was like my initial reaction to stuff like that. Other stuff though has worked so much better than what I remember. Like I knew that Squall was in his head a lot. I remember him being like a relatively quiet character and a lot of stuff happening kind of like in his head. And my impression of it was he's a boring character. That was like my impression of him back in the day. Like my memory of Squall as a character. Now that I've been playing it again, I don't feel that way at all. You know, like he is definitely quiet to people, to other party members at times, but that's a literal story point. Like that's a literal character point that they talk about, that they outright have conversations about as like a party, you know? Like that scene in the dance scene with Rinoa where she like points it out. And when she confronts him about it, like he's guarded, not quiet. Yes. Or like in Trabia, in the basketball court where they're like, you know, there are multiple times where Squall is like not saying anything, but he's thinking things and you're reading what he's thinking as a character. And the other character's like, hey, we can't know what we don't know what's going on in your head. You know, you just can't stand there and not talk to us. We need to know what the fuck is going on. So I think when I was a kid, I didn't pick up on that at all for whatever reason. My memory is just that I just didn't think my impression of him when I played it a long time ago was that he felt like maybe a nothing character, a boring character, and that is completely wrong, you know? So I have enjoyed the development of his character. There are still times where he annoys me. There are still times where it's like, dude, I know you're in your head, but you just went out into space and saved this girl's life, and she wants a hug that will take 5 seconds. Just give her the goddamn hug. Like your objection in that moment doesn't really make sense. But in a lot of ways, that's just, they did that. It's a contrivance so that when they do hug, it has more impact, right? But it kind of is a contrivance, in my opinion, in order to like save that moment, you know, in my opinion. So like ultimately it's not a big deal, but like in the moment it's like, come on, dude, the hug will take 5 seconds. But it's, you know, it's the way they told the story, and that's fine. But the moments are really good. There are like really small moments that are really good. Like in that space sequence where he's kind of embracing it, but still kind of being a little bit very by the book, because that's kind of how he is a little bit. And he's like, no, you really should be in your seat. You know what I mean? Like he's embracing it. He's embracing having her in that moment, but he's like, but you should really be in your seat. It's a lot better if you're in your seat. And, you know, he's like, he's da-da-da. And then finally the dam breaks, or like the sort of the tone shifts, or the mood shifts, because Rinoa is sort of playing up. Rinoa is truly embracing that moment and just like leaning into it, and like doesn't want to face what is about to come very shortly. Her behavior is totally informed by, you know, knowing what happens when she gets back. And then, so once that actually happens and she has to face it, and he says, but you really should go back to your seat, like the 3rd or 4th time, that's when she sort of like breaks, right? She finally is like, but you know, people are going to hate me. We can't be together. And then he's confused by what she's saying. But then the person on the radio communicates, you know, oh, are you with the sorceress? And oh my God, you know, we're going to have to take her into custody when you arrive. And so all the things that she's been going through finally land for Squall. Things that he wasn't aware of, like he didn't even think about. And then in that moment, he switches gears, unbuckles his seatbelt, goes over to her, you know, and like actually does hug her. They actually do hug before the the more dramatic Hug later, where he like comforts her and like he finally breaks the whole, he doesn't respond to the radio. He finally breaks the kind of like doing things by the book thing in order to sort of like, he finally takes in what the fuck is happening, you know? So all like the way that they do that stuff is really good. It's a really well, for some of its clunkiness, it's probably one of the most like layered stories in some ways that I feel like they've had in the Final Fantasies that I've played. Like there's a subtlety to it that I really respect, that I don't think I respected when I was younger. I think I took it for granted, or I thought it, you know, that they were doing nothing, that it was saying nothing. Like that's what I had when I was a kid. That was my feeling that I had back then. But what it really is kind of like subtle storytelling. It's on the nose every now and then in terms of dialogue, but like what it's trying to do, I really respect a lot. So I'm really enjoying it. The clunky scenes are having Cloud acts in the sky will, awkward and cute. Yeah. I feel like 8 requires more playthroughs to grasp the story than most. Yeah, and I do think like once I finally get the full context of everything, and like watch a couple of the lore videos that people have recommended, I think it'll hit even more, you know? Is this my last one? Yeah. In my view, FF8 has the best cast of characters in the golden era. Best story, best combat system, best music too. Card game is better than 9's. Oh god, the 9 card game, don't bring up the 9 card game. Tetra Master? God. RNG Master. You're gonna get quite a bit of contact with the next segment in S-Star. Okay, yeah, so to that point. So I should continue to the next story beat and then do world stuff, right? I think that's the game plan. You guys can confirm and chat, and I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. Give me 1 second. I'll let you enjoy the FF8 music though. You know, I think 8 is also I think 8 is also one of the more patient stories, to a point that I think it bothers people. It bothered me when I was fucking 12 years old, because I was 12 years old. I know we already did this, but I realized, I wonder if there's any more extra dialogue to be had with them here. Oh, this is new. So you are Rinoa. Forgive me. I've changed your life. I've changed your life drastically. I don't think it could have been helped. I don't blame you for what happened. So instead, please advise me. I'll be looking up to you as a wiser, experienced sorceress. Rinoa. Let me advise you of a way to clear your anxiety about being a sorceress. Ooh, okay. It is to find yourself a knight. A knight who will always be there by your side to protect you. Like Cypher. I'm joking. Since long past, Almost all sorceresses have been hand in hand with a knight. Sorceresses without a knight, in many cases, ended up using their powers in evil ways. I have heard Sorceress Adele did not have a knight. More than likely, Sorceress Ultimisia of the future does not have one either. Do you have a knight? Cup, Squall. Yes, I do. He is with me now and is doing his best to protect me. Sid. A knight will present you with peace of mind. He will protect your spirit. So Rinoa, you must find yourself a knight. What is it? I found an apprentice knight. Obviously me. Very cute. I was actually hoping for something a little bit more than find yourself a knight. But I think what she said at the end of last stream, when she stopped this as we were exiting, and she said, you know, that like she thought she was sort of stuck with this forever until now. Like she realizes there was an end to sort of like the haunting that she was going through with Ultimisia. I think it was the way I read that was it was effectively like a soothing note to Rinoa in a way of like, this might feel like forever, but I once thought it was forever and I don't think it's forever. I now realize it's not forever, so you should not have to feel like this whole thing with Ultimisia is going to be forever for you either, you know? Hi, Red 13's vision could come true in Final Fantasy VII Revelations. What do you think about that vision our protagonist saw? Could it come true or not? So Enrique, which vision exactly? Do you think, like, do you mean the 500 years later? Then they look up to the actuarial tables and conclude they should look for a female knight due to the life expectancy of men versus women. Ignoring Ultimisia, why our sorceress is bad, it seems like Adea and Rinoa are good people. God, there was actually like lore about this earlier. I can't remember. I would actually like Cordoba or somebody more familiar with FF8 to maybe answer that question of like, because I think it's a good question from Amano. Yeah, there were sorcerers in the past who waged war using the nations. Yeah. I have a question. Could Tifa appear in a future Smash Bros. Game for Switch 2? I mean, there's always a possibility. They've had Final Fantasy characters before. So, yeah, it's good that she's a Street Fighter, for sure. I would love to have her in a new Super Smash Bros., but we'll see. You stepped out for a second. What was the question? It was a question from Amano earlier on Twitch. I know you can't see Twitch. But it's at the very top of the left-hand side. Oh, it's gone now. But the question was, ignoring Ultimisia, why are sorceresses bad? Seems like Adea and Rinoa are good people. And I know they were like historically like a war between them. So that's definitely part of it. Once you come to a decision, follow through with it and give it your all, so you have no regrets. However, if you're undecided and unsure, stay that way, and follow through with your indecision. Being caught in the middle is the worst. Alright. There's a forced slow walk. Oh, the Street Fighter FF Content Creator Tournament, which releases? Yeah, we should do that. That'll probably definitely happen. I would assume that'll happen. I will get my ass whooped, and it'll be fun. I'm gonna have to trade on Street Fighter 6. Mostly due to Adele, her tyranny and S-Star. It's mostly due to Adele, her tyranny and S-Star, also just general fear of these super powerful women who can with magic, do what no one else can. I mean, I actually was thinking about that as like 16. Like 16 has like a similar thing with like the ones who are, you know, because like there are magic users throughout the world, but the ones who are like the summons are a bit different than like the bearers. Like there's almost like no. There was always the one thing about the lore that was one of the things about the lore in 16 that I think I had an answer for it at one point, but I always have found funny. It was like people lived in fear of the damn it, I didn't do Angel Wing. People lived in fear of the people who were like blessed with being like Bahamut or whatever. There's a name for them, but I can't remember. But they actually like ran over the bears. The bears and the dominants. So people were like fearful of the dominants, and I understand they're like giant goddamn monsters. They can become giant monsters. But regular magic users, there was no fear of, and in fact they subjugated them. And it just never quite, there was a side quest about it, but it never quite made 100% sense why the bears didn't. And there's, you know, real historical things in terms of like slave uprisings and whatnot, but there were kind of always attempts throughout history, and I didn't have a good sense of like there having even been attempts by bearers to sort of like fight back. Obviously there were like certain consequences, like that one town that just gets like everyone gets burned to death, but I just felt like they didn't fully explore those dynamics as much as they could, if that makes sense. Come to think of it, FF8 would greatly benefit from a remake with all the lore behind sorceresses. It never felt like Adele and Ultimacy were fleshed out enough. Interesting. All right, where am I going right now? What's the next stop in the story? I know it said it at the end of the last stream. I should pull up my guide, I guess. Oh my god, this music. S-Star? Where am I going in S-Star exactly? Okay, so Deus House afterward and follow Angel to the left. Go to the S-Star Air Station. Okay. Go to the Presidential Palace. Okay. Almost all of that lore for 16 is behind all the side quests that people didn't love. I really enjoyed them because, in my opinion, it added to the world building. Maybe it didn't work for a mainline game. Yeah, I do remember, like, I remember there being a side quest where I feel like it kind of talked about the equivalent of like it basically talked about why the bearers didn't fight back, and it was like in some book. You have to like get the book back from something. I don't remember exactly what the reason was. Let's see if we can get Angel Wings this time. Guess not. Oh, you can land in S-Star? So much for that idea. All right, we'll land in S-Star, but I'll get into a fight real quick. Landing in the building shaped like a landing pad. Hold on, let's get into a fight real quick though before we do that. What if a fucking Marlboro comes out? Okay. Just like Kother or whatever, however you pronounce it. Don't do that shit on Rinoa. You son of a... bitch. He heard me. We're not grinding. I was just trying to do Angel Wing. Faded Circle. I haven't seen this before. Here's the thing. I was afraid of attacking Rinoa because I might hit her too hard. Because my characters are pretty strong, I feel like. I could kill her if I attack her, I feel like. So hold on, one more rush fight. Oh, there are monsters in the city. Still? Oh shit. Behemoth. Alright, this might be dangerous. Angel Wing. Alright, so I feel like I did Angel Wing last time and then nothing happened. So does it like have to wait a second? Like, what's the deal with it? Ow, this is gonna hurt. That hurt. How do you do it with... It's essentially Magic Berserk. Oh! So she just does shit with magic. I guess that's why I need to have, like, I need to order her magic a certain way. Son of a bitch. Fire, oh, it's just Magic Berserk, is that it? Okay. Zell has no junction. That's less than ideal. Fucking scan. I did want to scan it, actually. It has 41,000 HP! Uses powerful magic such as Meteor. Oh, can I draw Meteor? I should probably should have used his limit again. Fucking Zell's unequipped ass. Ah, there goes Zell. This may have been a poor idea. Regen and Tornado. She's using the shittiest spells. Not a bad idea to run. I'm stubborn, Ghost of Corral. I'm stubborn. I want to beat his bitch ass. I would have a lot of pride in beating him. Like, poorly equipped. He has a final attack? Oh, shit. It's gonna wipe me, you think? That did nothing. Alright, well maybe I should run. Stop casting stop, Rinoa. It doesn't work. This Angel Wing limit sucks. It must be like at the top of her magic list. Why does she love stop so much? She was running through the few stops that she had. She has one stop left. She had 11 ultimates she could have used. She had 8 meteors she could have used. She had 7 flares, 6 holies. She had a lot of things she could use. God damn it, Rinoa. Oh, it doesn't use magic inventory? So wait, she wasn't even using her stock when she was doing all that? It was just like whatever she has available, she can use infinitely? That makes it even worse. Of all the things for her to use. You have to remove the other spells from your inventory to make it really effective. Oh, wow. You just have to leave her with, like, attack magic. If she just has Ultima, it's broken. Interesting. But so it won't use her Ultima stock? Like, she has very few Ultima. She has 11 Ultima. So if she uses Ultima, it actually doesn't use the 11. It's just like a freebie. Wow, it's a freebie? That's crazy. Oh, Squall and Rinoa have all the junctions. That's right. Because I equipped them with everything. Oh, Rinoa. I'm not sure what to take off of him. I'll worry about his junctions in a minute. I'm gonna take Cerberus and Alexander off of her. Oh wow, he has like... Who has all the magic? Irvine has a decent amount. Selfie. No, not even. So much stuff to figure out. The order of this has never makes sense to me. There we go. Actually, I should move similarly. I should like condense down Kisis's shit. Wait, did I do the opposite thing of what I want to do? I did. Right now, I want to exchange. I want Zell to have all this stuff. God damn it! I keep. Right, you take from her. There we go. Something about it is just like so unintuitive to me. Okay. Any interest in the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, I watched the US game last night. Which is pretty cool. Gonna be honest, I find Angel Wing so finicky and never use it as a strategy, really. Let me also at least I think his arrangement's fine, actually. All right, now all this junctioning. Oh, I lost whatever junction had elemental attack, so I can't do death. I can't have that junction anymore. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine for right now. I'm just auto for right now. And I could check some stuff. Is there anything that's better for his health? Oh shoot, is my alert? Thank you so much for the follow, Somno. I saw somebody in chat on Discord notice that I had until probably that 777 followers on Twitch, which is appropriate for me. I think Amato might have posted it. I'm not sure. Sometime this stream needs to draw a grind. Where do I get both at Shubi Village? Hey, what's going on? I saw this. How do you say your name? But hi. Both the Shubi Village and the Somnus. Yeah, that makes sense. The island closest. Somnus is the main song from 15. Oh, gotcha, that's right. I need to set up abilities on this guy. Oh man, treatment was really handy. Maybe I'll save that for like when I know I'm gonna be in a situation where I'm gonna get an enemy is gonna hit me with that, like status effects. HP, vitality. Counter is not bad. All right, I think it's pretty decent. I'm not really trying to like do Angel Wing like crazy right now. Save. Let's set everything up. Let's fly to where we need to go to. Checking something. All right. How do I turn it? There we go. Oh, going the wrong way. I'm like, why am I so bad at like orienting the camera? There we go. I gotta go to the one that looks like it's a pad. Probably not that. Looks like it has a helipad on it. None of these look like they have a helipad. Oh, over here. I see it. There we go. Speaking of 15, would you welcome a potential remake remaster on the Switch 2 based on the rumors? What are the rumors? I mean, they should put it on Switch 2. I mean, Switch 2 can handle it, for sure. And it is the anniversary, so might as well do something with it. What if I should rebuy Remake and Rebirth on Switch to have it anywhere? I don't know, it's so much stuff coming out, I can't keep up. The monster named El Noil with a guaranteed encounter. Is there something I need from that enemy? Not gonna lie, I never landed on the landing pad. I just park outside and walk in. Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. It is cool that that's there. I had no idea that was there. There's too many of them. Poor man, he's been traumatized. Losing his mind. The energy crystals are used for weapons, pulse ammo, and you can refine them into ultimas. Oh, okay. So they drop those, I guess? Really gift subs for a Titus laugh. I should have actually made you pay me, but it's not really my style. Great, she's enraged. I remember some of the NPCs here triggering tough force encounters, really. Damn, I was actually planning on talking to NPCs, but... He's a bit beefy, isn't he? This is one that always triggers El Noil. So, do I not want to fight this El Noil? Is he hard as hell? Finally playing Forbidden West after you said that you did about what you did about the NPC on the other stream. I'll say you're correct. They're really good. They are really good, yeah. You want to fight them, okay. I kind of like seeing the city kind of messed up from the attack. I'm always interested in like when cities have experienced like a change in them in a game after things have happened. Well, even like the fast travel stuff is gone. Can't talk to this guy. Millions of monsters falling from the sky. We can't handle it. On a draw point. It's endless. I thought that might be I thought that might trigger an enemy, actually. It sounds like they're in the middle of fighting. Somehow they sealed it to keep the monsters out, but... Oh, double. I think I'm maxed out on that. Went to the lab, I'm curious. Yeah, actually will speed up the sort of like... The doctor's it's a presidential palace. Okay. Just a little bit of exploration I'll speed up so we can get through it. I do want to talk to NPCs and stuff. Ooh, a behemoth. I don't think I want to deal with that. Ah, God damn it. I was racing that guy in the tube. I could probably live through its final attack. Okay. You had me scared. You scared me off of him. He beat me in the race only because he's just zooming through these maps. Yeah, Gazelle had 800 HP. What a beast. What a beast he is. No. I want to talk to you. Where's the lifter? When is it coming? Yeah, I do find that interesting that the lifter is gone. Could I run through the tunnel? I just realized I could probably run through the goddamn tunnel. Oh, son of a... Oh, I can't. It'd be kind of cool if it could, though. Forget it. It'll be too cramped in there during battle. Ah. You're no fun. No fun, Squall. You live up to your reputation from my childhood. Oh, the mall's, like, empty. Which makes sense. I actually don't want to go shopping. Chick Johnny's is closed. Are they all closed? Oh, he has a sale. Weapons, but I already have one of those. Is there anything I don't have? No. Ah, goddammit. Oh my god, Odin. Odin just wants to fight right now. Well, I'm scared. It's okay, I'll make it go away. But really? Yeah, so stop crying and go hide. Okay. Alright, we didn't do anything. We totally lied to that little girl. We did not get rid of anything. I thought a fight was gonna trigger. Still getting paid. Oh, I got the. I love getting the. I love hitting the trigger on 3x speed. Ah, I got it again. Because I feel like that takes extra good timing to like time the trigger pull on the gunblade when I'm going 3x speed. I feel like a god. Dude. Oh, I think that may be a triggered fight. This is Elton Oil. I even recognize him from a card. Cordova, do I need to do anything to it or just beat him? Is there anything that needs to like mug him, or is it just beating him? Let's scan him. Uh, 42,000 HP. The powerful monster uses magic, but also uses tail needle, which causes heavy damage. Sounds like I might want to have... You get it from drops, okay. Sounds like I do want... Let me cast... Like, protect on myself. Because it says it does heavy damage. It sounds like a big boy. Effects. Let's try Diablos. I wonder if triple affects Angel Wing. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it'd be a bit busted if triple did affect it. Did it do damage or just put him to sleep? Oh, you know it's because of the speed up. I didn't see the damage, I don't think. 27,000. Okay. Damn, that Diablos went quick. I want to see what damage it does this time, because I didn't pay attention last time for whatever reason. Oh, I missed. Storm Breath. Brothers still did damage on him. Ghost of Corral. Still worked. Ah, goddammit. No, don't underestimate the brothers, okay? They're strong. Strong. Especially when you boost it. Oh, it missed. It did. I swear it did damage earlier. I really thought it did damage when I did it last time. All right, never mind. Never mind. I only did like 1,000. I could do more damage just hitting him. That's the one thing about GFs. I feel like they're relatively underpowered at a certain point. Oh, god damn it. What GF does wind damage? Is it Quetzalcoatl? Yeah, I just punch him. That's lightning. Yeah. I feel like there must be Pandemonium. I've been ignoring it. Because I assume he's weak to who has it? Does he have it? No. I think she might have it. Yeah. Let's see what that does. Just gonna keep hitting him. I could do like 2,300 per regular hit. I don't have boost. She just sucked them up. It's a pretty sick attack, actually. 3,100, solid. That's not wind damage, that's suck damage. Probably overkill. I probably don't really need to protect, but yeah, that was definitely overkill. I didn't know if he had like a final attack or something. Oh, he learned something. Oh, that NPC disappeared after that. What are the GFs learning now? What are the girlfriends learning? Sell high is almost there. I was able to learn boost at least real quick. Oh yeah, this only spend one when using double. Yeah, it's a guaranteed encounter, I figured. Oh wow, if you leave and come back, it's a grind thing. I don't think I'm gonna grind it, but that is cool. So what is Mad Rush? I think it's an Ifrit thing, right? What is the Mad Rush command? Berserk, Protect, Haste. Oh. Interesting. You know what? Let's give it a try. Is there a reason to take Mug off, though? Like, is there any downside to having it? I feel like I like Mug. Probably should have status defense against Berserk one character. Good point, actually. Who has status defense? Not her. It might be Zell. Yeah. Oh, I do have it. But I don't have that many Berserk, so it's only protecting me 56% of the time. Not bad, but... You don't want to grind them if you want ultimate weapon and ammo for Irvine. Oh! Okay, so I need to leave, come back, fight that thing. How many times do I need whenever I have... Oh, Mug may prevent item drops. That's a good... So did I get the items that I need? What are the items that it was supposed to drop? Moonstone. What are the items I'm trying to get from it? Or I can card him. If I card him, do I get items though? Do I get item drop from him? Energy Crystal. Did I get Energy Crystal in that fight? I don't think I got Energy Crystal. I don't see any unless I missed it. And then I could turn his card into an Energy Crystal. I need 10 cards for an Energy Crystal. How often does it drop? So I have to take off Mug. Okay. I want to see what this does. Oh my god! 9999! He's a beast. Un animal. Good point. Is it better to have strength bonus or strength plus 20 and strength plus 40? Like, is the 20% and the 40% better than using strength bonus? It adds permanent strength. I'm saying which combo is better, 40% plus bonus or 40% plus 20%? It'll give you a +1 strength. Bonus levels up strength by 1 point every time you level up. I don't know how often I'm leveling up, though. 40 plus bonus? Okay. Damn it. I care about you. Plus bonus. Trigger. You're at a good enough level to take advantage of it if you plan on leveling up. Now let's see how much damage I do here. Damn. 3,100. I was expecting to do like 4 grand on a hit. All right, he's hitting me hard. I kind of do need to protect myself. Son of a bitch. Oh, I only did single. God damn it. Oh, fuck it, do Mad Rush? You're right. You're right. Oh, son of a bitch. I think I did it again. Oh, did I not do triple on her? I thought I did. Does Zell have triple? Oh, it Mad Rushes everybody? Wait. Was that a fuck up? Is that because they put triple on Squall? Is Mad Rush supposed to affect the whole party? Oh, we're locked in now. Oh, I didn't know it did the whole party. Can I still hit trigger on the attack? There we go. This feels a bit like playing... Feels a little bit like playing Russian roulette. Ah, I missed it. Damn! Oh! Hey, 2 energy crystals. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. And I got so high. Oh my god. Well. Holy mother of God. That was amazing. Get A bit of health, but I kind of want these guys to use their limits. Because I like Zell's limits, I just haven't used it that as much. Come on, come on. Ah, god damn it. Ah, I missed it again. Ah, I missed it again. The pressure. Ah, I missed it again. Well, he's probably dead. Why do I keep missing it? Oh, he dead. He dead. He dead. You know what I really need though? I need to go to that save point. Now they got 2 of those energy crystals. I think the save point was this way. Yeah. Alright, let's go back. I think it was this direction. Fight me. Oh, the thing heals you completely, so I'm not injured anymore? Oh, that's lame. That's lame. Oh, I should have waited until I had triple. We're fucking at this point. Actually, if he does damage to me, I don't care. The president can sustain himself. I mean, how many energy crystals do I need for the ultimate weapon? Like, how many am I ultimately aiming for? It's not a lot, right? It's like 3, I think you said? 6 assists. 6, 7. Six for weapons, 10 for pulse ammo. I don't think I got anything that time, did I? There's no other, like, faster method for this. Only because, like, I didn't want to do story, but... Yeah, what is the pulse ammo? Wait. How do I even do that? How do I do the wizard stones? What are the wizard stones? Is it a tool? How many do I have? You didn't have any? Oh, there it is. Wait, what? Putting in Discord. I mean, if I'm trying to get the Aga spells, is it just like one of them, I assume? Like, what's the optimal one to use? I don't want to spend all night doing this stuff. All right, I'll do it later, maybe. I do want his ultimate weapon. I don't know if I care that much about the ammo. I don't know if I would grind that much. Moonstone, god damn it. Give me the good stuff. Would her degeneration skill work even on a enemy that big? I mean, it's not a boss, I guess. Homie, doing a little too much. I was just using pieces a lot, actually. Fuck you. I missed his limit, and now he's dead. Shit. Why can't she do anything? Wow, that was unexpected. I didn't get any more energy crystals, though. I still only have the 2 from the last time that I saved. I'm really only grinding for the... Do not heal me. Fucker. God damn it, Odin, I'm just... I just wanted to hurt Pistis. Oh! An extra one. I'll take that. I'll take that. Wizard stones, which I already have too many of. No, god damn it. Right. Am I hitting too hard? Alright, it's perfect. Alright, I'll do that next time I'll topic. Like I don't want to go back to, because I'll do, if I do that, then I'm gonna want to save, and I don't want to save right now. I'll give her one. Oh shit! Healed it too much. Oh. Alright, there we go. I mean, that's perfect, actually. Just drop the damn energy crystal. He really does not like Boil. Moonstone. Damn it. I have to go back to the save point anyway. It's so annoying that the save point automatically heals me. Is there a different save point that doesn't automatically heal me? It's ironic to, like, complain about a good thing like that. I care about you. Damn, he really is tired of this shithead. That is 3 straight times we have had this enemy. And Odin has showed up to fuck his shit up. That is amazing. That's not even RNG, that's just a vendetta. That's just a personal hatred. Odin is like, you keep showing up, I'm gonna keep killing you. Stay up here. Damn, it's 9:30? With these damn energy crystals. Come on, Keistis. Keistis! Keistis, what the fuck? Thank you. Just don't die. There we go. That'll definitely speed up this process for sure. 2 energy crystals, okay. We just need technically 2 more. What is the benefit of the ammo? Cordoba. And remember, I'm not a crazy min-maxer. So that doesn't matter that much. So getting 10 energy crystals means a lot of encounters. This only really gives you Irvine's final limit break. Yeah, the pulse ammo, what does it do? Squall needs it for the weapon too? Oh. Son of a bitch. It says it in one of these weapons, right? One of these like weapon monthlies or whatever. Says what I need for his final. Which one is it? Weapons. Where's the Lionheart one? I feel like I had. This is it, right? Yeah. Oh, it needs 12 pulse ammo. So the pulse ammo I get from the energy crystal? Is that right? So I need 11 energy crystals. I only have like a couple of Elverite cards. Let me see. I could just refine it because I never use it. Elm oil. Oh, I need 10 of them. I only have 2. Come here, bitch. Damn! Oh, it'll take less time if it leads to the right. Oh, good call. Good call. Shit, did I even get any there? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, VIII. Okay. And how many do I need total? A level? 11? $17 total. Okay. Oh, damn it, why did I do that? I mean, that makes it so much. Whoever initially, 2 more, whoever said that in chat about like using Kisis's limit break, you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT. That was a good call. Come on. Come on. Kesis, don't make me hit you. Damn it. God damn it. Energy crystals. Yeah, you completely forgot this guy comes back. Yeah, chat put me on. Chat put me on. I think I have like maybe 13 now. God damn, Kesis. 2 more. You missed much of stream, but not too much. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Like, we only just really started. I don't need to save. I'll be fine. I got the ultimate hack with me. I think I need 3 more, right? 17? Because I have 16 right now. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, 2 more battles. Gotcha, gotcha. As long as it drops energy crystals, because it hadn't every time. Other times it could drop stones. It dropped it there. Okay. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Kesis. 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 Here we go. Hell yeah. Please, please. Yeah, 3 of them. Oh shit. Little extra credit. All right. What do I need to refine? I assume it's ability refine, right? Do I have junk shop? Where's junk shop? I don't think I have call shop. Is it in call shop? No. I don't know what junk shop is. Is it one of these? It's the one where you make weapons remotely? Apparently not. I mean, it's Tomberry. I don't see junk shop. Oh, I don't have Doom Train yet. I don't have Doom Train yet. So I'll have to go to the weapons store. Alright. Is weapons store even here? Can I gotta use call shop? For a weapons store? Maybe not. Because I don't think I need, because I didn't have what I needed to get, what's it called? Doom Train yet. Like, I needed certain items for Doom Train, and I don't have them yet. Which is fine. I'll just do it another stream. Like, I don't have to get Kiraga. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't have steel pipes. I don't have enough. It's a bit overkill, Odin. This is like one of the smallest enemies on the map. But thank you. Is there a weapon shop here, though? In the mall? Yeah, I don't have Wonderful cards. The Cloud Shop? No, there's a... No. Cordoba. How do I... So... I don't have a lot of cards. So... I just can't use... I can't just use cards, because I don't have them. So what do I do for pulse ammo exactly? I also need 4 Dragon Fangs, which I don't have. Ammo refine. Oh wow, 1 energy crystal is just, it's 10 pulse ammo? I think I have all the pulse ammo I need then. Because it said I had 5 earlier. Yeah, 15 pulse ammo. So I have enough pulse ammo. So I need 4... What was it? Ah. I need 4 Dragon Fangs. You mean like the other characters? Energy crystal. Rinoa needed energy crystals too. I just need 2 windmills, and I'd probably have enough for her. How do I get windmills? I feel like this was pretty easy to get. I feel like I had a lot at one point. But my primary question is, how do I get Dragon Fangs? How to refine Dragon Fangs FF8. Alright, sounds like something I'll need to do. A remedy. Remedy refined at a 1-to-1 ratio using ST mod. Hold on, let's see that. See if the AI is correct. The Google AI. I'm like purposefully using AI. That doesn't do shit. What are you talking about? Oh, Dragon Fang's turn its remedy is what it's telling me. That's not what I want. Learn. Oh, I can only get it from battle. Alright. We'll have to do it later then. Not on this stream. But I guess I got the... everything I need for... the energy crystals. Alright, I guess I'm gonna continue with story. Alright. So I have everything I need energy crystallize, it seems like. Let's see what he says. Why, how did you do this? How did this? Hey, another one of these guys. Keys to hurt yourself. Ooh. I just realized I have not saved. I had not saved. Didn't even get any energy crystals out of it. Quick, everyone bully Kisus. There should be a save point up this way, right? Now I'm tripping. I just want to save. I want to make sure I save. It's this way. Yeah, I think the palace does have a save point, but I got in my head, I'm like, what if a boss battle happens and they head to the palace? Alright, I do need to run to the bathroom again, however, before we continue on. We get in a little thing, Bob. Or I'll stop here. Give me 1 second, run to the bathroom. All right, Chad, who's ready for story? Who's ready for story? I know it's been a bit of a wait. One's in chat if you're ready for story. Or yes, the Tifa hand. That's a good one too. You have permission. Please, this way. President is waiting. This way? Probably in the room over here, right? Give it up. That way? This way? What the fuck? Dumb? I am dumb. Out to the left? Oh. Oh, this door that we were never able to go through. Got it. Ah. All right, President. Who is this? So literally, in the last stream, when this big fuck walked up and like, and I was like, you know, it was like, we recognize this guy, right? Recognize this guy. Recognize this guy. Recognize this guy. But I was like, no, it can't be. It can't be Ward, because Ward's in the prison. In fact, I literally thought, is that Ward? But I was like, no, that's too stupid of a thing to think, because they've already established that Ward is like at the prison. And this does not look like a prison dude. This looks like a, you know, politician or something. So I thought, no, that can't be Ward. It's fucking Ward. There's Kiros. And then this must be Laguna. He's moving around like an idiot. What did Squall call him on the train? It's like I woke up, I was like, I was a dumbass. Because remember, in the last Laguna scene, I was a moron. Because in the last scene, Laguna, they were like, you should be our leader, you should be our leader, you should be our leader. Why did I not put two and two together? That them wanting, it was a literal, wasn't it an S-Star soldier? Maybe not S-Star soldier. May have been. Who was like, you should be our leader. President. So was he in space with us too? Because he was the president, was working on it. We were in the same facility with him minutes ago? Are you shitting me? Right under my nose. Kiros? And that's probably... Oh. Look at this goofy bastard. What is up with this country? Ugh. Because he didn't talk. The guy outside of prison, or the guy outside of last stream when we you know, saved Rinoa, he didn't talk, so that was kind of the giveaway. But again, it was like I could have swore he was like a prison guard or something. So that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I tried to talk to him literally just now, Cadova, but the game put me into this cutscene. Oh, sure. Hey there. Been wanting to meet you guys. You guys are the ones who were inside of my head, right? Alone told me. He knows. He knows we were poking around in his brain. It was like there were some kind of waves running through my head. They gave us so much power during battle. Yeah, it's because I'm stronger than you. We thought there were some kind of fairies flying over us. So I'm Laguna. President Laguna Loire. I'm probably saying that wrong. Avestar. Laguna Lore. I'm just gonna call him Lore. Pleased to meet you. If we weren't in a state of emergency, I'd talk to you some more, but, well, whatever, let's talk. What do you want to know? Everything? You'll never get going if President Laguna keeps talking. That's fine, I want him to keep talking. So why don't you guys throw out some questions and he'll try to answer them. Every single option is what I'm going to ask, unless the game stops me. Man, you look way too serious. Whatever. Explain the mission to defeat Ultimacio. Straight to the heart of the matter. Just like a workaholic seed. Is it my 10? Yeah, make it short and easy to understand. I will talk however I want. First locks out the other dialogue options? Fucking hate video games sometimes. Why? Why? I thought that when I hit it because it is a big question, but I was like, they're not going to do that to me. Surely Square Enix isn't fucking stupid enough. But they are. Of course. This is Squaresoft, actually. Extra disappointing. Extra disappointing. Let's make sure I have my items. I didn't like that answer. I didn't like that answer when he's like, yeah, straight to the point. I was like, oh, wait. I mean, I didn't really want to get straight to the point. I was just, you know, it was the first option. I was planning on talking to you. Everything. Gotta talk to the other two first. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Poorly designed video game. 0 out of 10. You're already here. Why not listen to the mission briefing? He says to relax here a while. Is that all they say? That's not good enough. Oh, that was pointless. Where's Alone? What the heck has he done with his life? Don't you, what the heck has he done with his life? Don't you wonder? When Alone was about 2, there was a massive hunt for girls in Estar. Estar soldiers came to Windhill and Elle's parents resisted. They were killed on the spot. The massive hunt was to find the successor for Estar's rule, Sorcerer Zadel. Alone was raised by Rain, who lived next door, and I came to know her. Then there was another massive hunt for a successor in Estar again. Elle was taken away, even though I was there. It's the most painful episode of my life. Came to know her? I was thinking about that too. I was like, yeah, that's one way to say it. So I rescued her and sent her off to Windhill. Shortly after that, Rain died. And Alone was sent straight to an orphanage. Why didn't you go back to Windhill with her? I wanted to, but I had my reasons. I found out about this afterward, but the reason why Alone had to leave the orphanage was because of her special power. Doc Odine wanted to do research on Alone's special power. He looked for her everywhere. The owners of the orphanage were Sid Kramer and his wife, Fidea. You know them better than I do. The Kramers took Elle out of the orphanage to protect her. They prepared a big ship to accommodate her. Gracious of them, huh? After a while, the ship turned into another orphanage, and Elle looked after all the kids. She said her life on the ship was a happy one, but who knows? I don't know how she could have been happy on a ship. She was on the ship for over 10 years. That ship was attacked by Galbadia recently. Estar's ship rescued them, and she finally met up with me. It was pure luck that we found her. I was out in space at the time. Alone followed me out to space. Little Elle was all grown up. Then she told me everything. Did she get back safely from space? Our escape pod rescue team was a little late. Alone was taken into custody by Galbadia. Oh, that's what happened to Alone after what happened in space, because we weren't sure what happened to her. She's inside Lunatic Pandora. Damn, she's inside Lunatic Pandora? We're gonna rescue her. Help us out, okay? Whew. Tell me about Rain. Rain's story? Some other time, maybe. No, I can't. It's too much for me to remember. Fuck you! Tell me about Rain. What are you doing? You know what I've been doing all my life, right? You were, by the way, the last option? Did they cut a line? Not that I mean, you would know more than I would. That last option is like, get me out of this room. Should I even bother pressing that? It sounds like ending the conversation. I don't think it would actually end the conversation, but I only have two options left now. The last one and the first one. You were a silly Galbadian soldier. I didn't like your attitude at all. But I understand the bond between the three of you. Then you changed after you went to Windhill. And Alone was abducted by Estar and you went on a journey. A journey to get Alone back. You wrote articles and appeared in movies to get by. You were trying to find a way into Estar. You somehow got into Estar and rescued Alone. I got a lot of help along the way. I can play cards with him? Huh. What is the dialogue option that's supposed to show up, Cordova? I got a lot of help along the way. What I don't understand is, why are you the president? Want to know? It's a long story. Hell yeah. Want to hear it? Really? Okay, I'll tell you. I only set out to rescue Alone, but of course that wasn't the end of the story. Maybe this triggers it? I don't know. Oh, you mean the Kyros dialogue. I only set out to rescue Alone, but of course that wasn't the end of the story. It's a country ruled by Sorceress Adele with the ingenious yet inhumane Odine. Both of them were interested in Alone. We couldn't just pack up and leave. Oh, cutscene. Adele will be angry. My research will be kaput. Odine only thought about his research. But while researching under Adele's orders, he was still making many inventions. It was a device to seal magic, a sealing facility. Maybe Adele can be defeated. I owed a big favor to the Adele resistance who helped me rescue Alone. Because they technically saved him too. Right? I spoke with my comrades. Two issues came up. First, stopping the crystal pillar from calling monsters from the moon and destroying everything like what happened in Centra. Stopping the crystal pillar from calling monsters from the moon. Okay. Second, freeing Estar from Adele's hands. We planned and planned, based on my brilliant ideas, of course. We're back. I'm back in the Lunatic Pandora research facility. By this time, Adele had tested Lunatic Pandora in Trabia, hence the crater. Okay. There was only one goal. The ingenious plan of Laguna. Following Odai's instructions, we operated the panel and moved the crystal pillar. We set the course and the stop point in the ocean, and goodbye. Whoa! Yeah! That was easy, but we were found out. So we gathered for a final battle to lure Adele. Oh my god, there she is. She's brolic as shit. Adele appeared as we expected. She's like Abby from Last of Us Part 2. It's like it's all coming back around to earlier in the conversation. What is going on? We hunted down the culprit who moved the crystal pillar. Where? Inside there. Lone's been taken hostage. I knew she would go in right away if I mentioned Malone. Just literally tricked her. Oh shit, she is in there. Maybe? Didn't actually put her in there. You thought I would fall for that trick. She's ripped as fuck. And blinking. I don't know why her model's blinking, but Adele realized that Alone was a hologram. Yeah, I figured. But it was too late. Yeah, of course. My plans are always perfect. Perfect! Just pushed her. Haha, piece of cake. I'm trying to think of how I feel about this development. It's a bit silly. I mean, very silly. I get that Laguna is a goofball character. I get he's a goofball character. It's fitting. But yes, doesn't feel very believable. She made a mistake, she's human. Okay. I'm reserving judgment. Exactly, Steppenroth. I get it, but it feels... Adele was careless. She may be a sorceress, but after all, she was human. It's a bit silly. It's a bit too silly for my taste, but... We succeeded, but we couldn't keep such a dangerous sorceress around as a trophy. We had to do something. So, we decided to send her far, far away. This part's cool. Send her to space. Someplace very far, into outer space. The Ragnarok delivered her, I assume, which is why the Ragnarok also was floating out there. There's 3 of them. Maybe? Or maybe the Ragnarok are just... Oh, the Ragnarok are just guiding it, okay. Considering how muscular she was, the real feat is that Laguna pushed her that far, yeah. I mean, he didn't push her very far, to be fair. Like, she just stumbled back into, like, a thing that then, like, grabs her and, like, you know, Star Trek'd her into the thing. But, yeah. And that about wraps that part up. Well, the real work began after that. A fierce debate ensued about who should govern this country after Adele was gone. wasn't paying close attention while they made me up to be this hero of the revolution, and they ended up being president. Odine made a lot of noise about wanting to do research on Alone. It was a mistake to send Alone. Wow. It was a mistake to send Alone back to Rain. Rain died, and L was sent to the orphanage. If I had only gone to Wind Hill with L, I would have been able to see Rain one last time. Oh yeah. Rain was dead. Alone missing. My job kept me busy. I was left here thinking about this and that, and before I knew it, all this time had passed. Well, that's about it. Alright. What happens if I say this? Or I already asked this one, right? Yeah, because he didn't tell me about Rain because he's a coward. Oh, can I card him now, or do I have to do it afterward? Oh, it just puts me outside. Alright. Ah, straight to the heart of the matter. I've actually asked everything, but just like a workaholic seed. Is it my turn? Yeah, make it short and easy to understand. We'll talk however I want. Ah. Sorceress Adia told me everything. Sorceress Ultimacia comes from the future to possess the sorceress of present day. Thank you, Amano. And this is really sick. I feel like I'm not doing it super well because I'm like kind of stuffed. Meaning she leaves her body in the future and sends only her consciousness here. Does that sound familiar to you? It's like when Alone sent our consciousness back to the past. You're a smart one! My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability like Alone was sending the sorceress back here to our time. But no, that is not the answer. So how come the sorceress so how does the sorceress come back to this time? That's what I was talking about this last week, right? Like, Ultimacia supposedly needed Alone to use Alone's powers, but it seems like Ultimacia is already here in the past affecting things. You want to hear how? Ah. I kept this as a secret to surprise you. It is because of me, Odine. So you're about to hear why Ultimacia needs Alone, okay? I researched Alone's power long ago. I made a pattern from the electric current running through Alone's brain. Once the pattern was determined, it was easy to mechanize. It may only be a toy right now, but in the time of Ultimacia, it is an impressive working machine. Oh. Which means there is a machine which imitates Alone's power. Huh. It is I who made the first model of that machine. I named the machine Junction Machine Alone. It is a wonderful thing to know that my invention is used in the future. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of wild. Like, I mean, he's basically Doc Brown, right? Where in Back to the Future, where he figures out that the thing that he drew in the 50s ends up powering a time machine in the 80s kind of thing. Junction Machine Alone. And that's about it. So Sorceress Ultimacia came to know about Alone from that machine. And L became Ultimacia's target. You can't blame Odine, it's useless. Okay, so a question, and Cordoba, I guess don't answer this if I'm going to understand in a minute. But so there's a machine in the future that replicates Elone's power. She's using that machine to come back to our time currently. So I still don't fully understand why Elone is actually needed if there is already a machine that does her power for her. Like, maybe I should just keep listening. But right now, in my head, I'm still not sure why she needs Elone if she has a machine that functionally does the same thing as Elone. Because she needs to go before Junction Machine alone existed. Why don't we just kill Odine? Well, I think he's already done the research. He's already created the... Yeah, it's like, why don't we just, like, get rid of the machine now? Let's create a paradox. Let's just get rid of the machine, the plans for the machine, wipe the machine from the future by destroying it now and just ending all this. The thing being doing time travel must have existed at the time in question. Junction Machine alone only started existing recently. You already fucked things, so fixing it. I guess... Okay, so she can only travel back using the Elone machine to this time because this is when the machine existed. She can't... The powers of the machine don't go beyond the existence of the machine. Is that right, then? And she's trying to go back further than when the machine was invented. Same rule using Kingdom Hearts, which I have not played. Kingdom Hearts takes and tweaks the time travel rules of 8. Okay. You want to go outside? You want to fisticuffs? How'd you get there? Okay, we continue the story. Let's see. There is only one way to defeat Ultimisia. You must kill her in the future. What? Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta stand up for this. There is only one way to defeat Ultimisia. You must kill her in the future. Okay, don't confirm or deny. It probably seems unlikely that we are going to be able to go to the future. So I would imagine that means we're gonna basically have to allow time compression to happen so that we can face the true form of Ultimisia in the future. Don't confirm or deny, I'm just talking out loud. There is nothing we can do unless we go to the future. There is no way to jump to the future under normal circumstances. But there is still a way. It is because Sorceress Ultimisia plans to compress time. Compressing time with magic, what good will it do for the Sorceress to compress time? There may be many reasons, but it doesn't matter. Let's just figure out what Ultimisia is up to. In order for Ultimisia to exist in this time, she must take over the body of a sorceress from the present. But the machine must have a limit. Ultimisia probably needs to go back further in time to achieve time compression. Okay, so this is establishing what we just discussed with chat, that she can only go up to the point of the machine. Only Elone can take her back further into the past. That is why she is desperately seeking her. Okay, so if I know you clarified in chat, but now, because when you were explaining it in chat, I'm like, wait, was I supposed to know this? Because I didn't pick that up from the conversation. Now that I'm here in the conversation, now I understand. So, if I just continued further. We must take advantage of Elon's power. There are two sorceresses in our time, Sorceress Rinoa and Sorceress Adele. Of the two, Adele has not awakened yet. Once regeneration is completed, neither Laguna nor I will be safe. Sorceress Adele is probably in the process of awakening inside Lunatic Pandora. Ultimecia will want to possess Adele if Adele wakes up. That will be a horrible event. Adele is a horrible sorceress. If Adele's consciousness wins over Ultimecia, Adele will first destroy this era. He's gonna propose we do it with Rinoa. So we must use Sorceress Rinoa to inherit Ultimecia's powers. That's all for the mission briefing. Fuck, dude. First, go to Lunatic Pandora. Elon's probably being held captive inside, so rescue her first. Then kill Sorceress Adele before the awakening process is completed. Now we're left with Rinoa as the only sorceress of this era. Then wait for Ultimecia to possess Rinoa. Brother. When Ultimecia arrives, it's Elon's turn. We're not gonna want to let Rinoa be possessed by Adele. Or by Ultimecia. Elon will send Rinoa back to the past with Ultimecia. Elon will send Rinoa back to the past with Ultimecia. Okay. Elon will have to send Rinoa and Ultimecia inside another sorceress she knows in the past. Okay, Elon will have to send Rinoa and Ultimecia inside another sorceress she knows in the past. Adele or Adele. That's up to Elon. That's up to Elon. Okay. Once Ultimecia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic. We will see some influence here. Once Ultimecia, I'm like double reading it. Once Ultimecia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic. We will see some influence here. Got it. Thank you, Kofi. I don't know what kind of influence, but once Elon feels it, she'll cut Rinoa and Ultimecia off from the past. Does that strand Rinoa? Rinoa will come back to this world, okay. Ultimecia also goes back to her own world. What would be left is the time-compressed world. Past, present, and future will all get mixed together. You will keep moving through the time compression towards the future. Once you're out of the time compression, that will be Ultimecia's world. It's all up to you after that. Nojima was been smoking that good when he cooked this shit up. Yeah, I'm still struggling a little bit. I'll take an assist from chat, probably Cordova. Alright, so Rinoa, Ultimecia, go back to the past, and Ultimecia has to take over another sorceress in the past that alone knows, right? So would that detach Ultimecia from Rinoa, right? And then Ultimecia, using the other sorceress, activates time compression, which blends, like he said, past, present, future together. Rinoa comes back to technically our time, Ultimecia comes back to her time, but now time is compressed. So I'm curious. I'm like, now it doesn't make sense. Like, because it says it sends Rinoa back to our time, sends Ultimisia back to her time, but then also says all time comes together. So basically, everyone gets put back into place as they should be. Time comes back together, and then we face them. We face Ultimisia then, after time compression. Right? Once the spell is cast, this may not be accurate, I'll get into it at the final battle, Alone stops her power. Rinoa's consciousness comes back to now, Ultimisia is back to the future. Back to the future! Time compression is probably not pure magic. Okay. But effectively, like the shortest version of what Odine just explained is basically what I riffed at the start of his monologue, right? Which is that essentially we were going to have to, because I said before he started his whole thing, that it feels like we're gonna have to let time compression happen so that we can fight the future form of Ultimisia and ultimately defeat her, right? It'll be summarized a bit later, okay. Some heavy shit, Kyros. Oh, maybe this is it. What? What funny looking clothes. You want to try it on? It's a reunion of worlds. It really is, straight up. You want to try it on? No. So you were briefed about the mission. I don't really understand it either. Will you do it? I have questions. Oh, I could have still asked the questions. Tell me about rain, you coward. Ah. Hold on. Can I talk to Keistis? I feel like I'm in a dream. Talk to Rinoa? How do you feel about this, Rinoa? That's some heavy shit for you. It seemed like a lot of fun. That's not what I was... I did talk to Kyros, if I like. I don't want to say get me out of this room, because then they'll kick me out, I think. Looks like you know rules that aren't from around here. Let's get a game going under Lunar's rules and ours. Random bullshit. I did not save. Oh, right! Is it bad that I let same spread across the region, though? Let's go. We'll get aboard Ragnarok. Let's do the final briefing in there. Oh, there's more briefing. Okay. I always wanted to ride that thing. Plus, the name sounds so cool. I need to just, like, abolish random with the mod. Use time compression against the future. Think of it as a wave as it pulls time to her. Got it. All right. Everyone. From here, we go straight to our final target, Ultimisia. Let's go over the plan again. First, enter Lunatic Pandora and rescue Alone. Next, you fight Sorceress Adele. It'll be a surprise attack. Show no mercy. Now here comes the tricky part. Adele will need to pass on her powers before being defeated. Rinoa, will you be willing to accept them? Yes. Good. Next, we wait for Sorceress Ultimacia to possess Rinoa. This will be hard on you, Rinoa, but will you do it? Yes. That's the spirit. Then alone sends Rinoa and Ultimacia to the past. Alone brings Rinoa back. Then head to the future through compressed time. Ultimacia lives far in the future where none of us can technically exist. There's only one way to make yourself exist on a world like that. As friends, don't forget one another. As friends, believe in one another. Believe in your friend's existence, and they'll also believe in yours. Okay. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, but I'm feeling the Kingdom Hearts. To be friends, to like one another, and to love one another. He's like, psst, psst. That's you, and that's you guys. It's you two. You can't do these things alone. You need somebody. Right, guys? What place reminds you of your friends? Imagine being in that place with all your friends. So now I'm connecting dots. I'm connecting dots to the flower field from the very beginning. Once time compression begins, think of that place and try to get there. That's all. That place will welcome you. You'll be able to get there no matter what period you're in. You need love and friendship for this mission, and the courage to believe it. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. I'm counting on you guys. I had to match his energy. He's like kind of going nutty. Love and friendship and all that sounds corny, but everyone seems to be up for it. You think it'll succeed? We'll try. How's he still having cramps? How is he still having cramps? We're fighting Cypher, right? Let's really give it to him. Jesus Christ. Now it's up to us. Cypher in there? Is he there of his own will? Then I guess we have no choice. Wait, where is he? Oh, Lunatic Pandora. You know where we're going? No. I just want to talk to you. Laguna's very Zack. Very fucking Zack. Ward says, good thing you don't look like your father. I mean, I kind of figured. We talked about it earlier. It's Laguna, isn't it? You look very much like your mother. His mother's Rain. Just tell me. Let's talk when it's all done. I have a lot to tell you. Well, if you don't want to hear it, I'll understand. Just tell me! Your boys are letting it slip. Rain has blue and brown hair like Squall. Well, blue eyes maybe. Laguna has green eyes. Got it. Laguna and Rain are Squall's parents? Yeah, I figured. They haven't really confirmed it yet, but I mean, all signs point to it. Should we save point in here? Yeah. Oh, the fuck? There we go. I guess I moved off of it real quick. How do I abolish these goddamn card rules? I will play him in cards, just not right now because of the stupid card rules. They're his parents. Yeah, I figured as much. SR doesn't have random. Well, when I tried to play him, I felt like it did. I'll try again, but he dreamed he was a moron. Yeah. Oh, okay, no random. Wait, that's not right. I don't want Shiva in there. Am I discounting a really good card by any chance? Board's pretty good. No, I like my go-to. So is Fate actively pushing Squall and Rinoa together? I guess we'll find out. Julia's Rinoa's mother. Oh yeah, I get you. Over 17 years ago, Laguna and Julia were nearly together. Julia is Rinoa's mother, and she wrote a song about her lost love, Laguna. Yeah. I picked that up too. It's never answered in game. Yeah, it's kind of implied, for sure. I mean, it kind of worked out because, like, if it worked out for the best because both Squall and Rinoa wouldn't exist if they ended up together, you know? Oh yeah, somebody mentioned in chat, hold on, something about FF7 and FF8. I think it was Cordoba, actually. So in the future, they don't exist. In order for them to exist there, they have to believe in each other, believe in each other's friends' existence is big towards the end. I will say the vague recollection of the very end of the game, Leon. And so I am starting to connect that dot. Yeah. One of the big reasons I remember the end of, like, I remember the end fairly decently. I remember the end confusing me, especially in terms of the presence of characters. Probably the safest way to say it. But the funny story that I don't know if everyone here has heard, but I've mentioned it before, is that when I was a kid, it was like after FF7. Speaking of which, FF7 and FF8 are back-to-back, similar, but more than a few ways, total opposites. Yeah. Sephiroth the plan was to go to the planet core and hope to defeat him. That would release Holy. Yeah. So the story of me and the ending of Final Fantasy VIII is after I beat 7, I was a big Final Fantasy fan. By that point, because I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is cool as shit, and I guess so I got super into it. Started to look into like everything I could Final Fantasy related. And so I was looking up any information I could find about Final Fantasy VIII, because I was like really looking forward to it. But it was really hard. Info was, you know, few and far between. So it was like you rarely got new information about it. You had to like wait for a magazine to have information. You know, there wasn't even really like a lot of online media back then. So like there were like rumors and stuff online, but there weren't like a lot of coverage of games online. It was really like EGM and all those like magazines. I can't even remember all the names anymore. But that's where you got a lot of your info. Or like maybe you'd find a website that like translated something from Famitsu, GamePro. Yeah. So I I was like desperate for information about 8. And so I finally found a crumb of information about 8, and it was like a link. The game had already come out in Japan. And so it was like a link to like some footage. And I was like, oh my God, footage for Final Fantasy VIII. I can actually see some video of FF8, some gameplay or something. Cool, let me download it. Mind you, it was like 56K. So I download this video that was probably like 50 megabytes or something. And it was dial-up internet, so it took like 8 hours. It was some absurd, ungodly amount of time to download this fucking video. It was like 5-minute video, whatever it was. And so it finally downloads, and I play it, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, huh, this is kind of weird. There's some serious things happening here. Weird things too. Like, when would this happen in the game? It wouldn't happen in the beginning of the game, because this is really weird shit. I have no context for what's happening, but is this the end of the game? So, stop watching it. Probably like halfway through, 60% of the way through, probably. I'm thinking about it as I'm watching it. These things are connecting, and I stop watching it. So then I get the game, play through the game, beat the game, reach the end of the game, and I immediately recognize the ending. Like, the things that were happening on the video I downloaded like several months before start happening. I'm like, oh my God, it was the end of the game. I mean, I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know, like, it was all fresh to me again, but I recognized it. It's gonna be funny enough, it's gonna be the same exact experience now 20-something years later, where I have a vague recollection of weird things happening during the ending of the scene. I don't remember exactly what happens. So here I am again, third time around, or I guess second time around technically, on having that experience. Final Fantasy VIII just is time compression. Literally for me. He had no good cards, except pieces of shit cards. I need you to bust out the good shit next time, bro. Oh my God, Sephiroth. It's no surprise why I didn't get this as a kid. That whole monologue just now? That whole monologue? Are you kidding me? I would have been like, huh? my brain would have noped out of that so fast. Me as an adult was struggling with it just now. Like, I had to work it out with chat. Like, if I was just playing this by myself, I might have still been confused. Same when you were 13? Yeah. Son of a bitch. There were nuances I didn't get till I was 17, but I understood time compression. Yep. Give me the good card. So what is the good card? I think somebody may have already mentioned it in chat, but I was like reading other people's chats and thinking. Well, what card is it? I mean, you can just tell me the card to keep an eye out for. I don't mind the spoiler. Oh, it's Squall's card. There he is. There he is. Look at that handsome devil. Oh, I played Shiva by mistake. Whoops. I'm not gonna flip Squall, it's impossible. Gotta play defense, gotta play defense. Got it. Leon? I got Leon. Kingdom Hearts character, Leon. Is there a canonical reason why he's called Leon in Kingdom Hearts rather than Squall? Is it like a discovery when I play Kingdom Hearts, or... 'cause I don't really care. Like, you could just tell me probably. Unless it's like a really cool reveal in Kingdom Hearts. Oh, UP calls him Squall? Leon Squall Kennedy. He couldn't protect his world and goes by Leon until his world's restored. Oh, interesting. Alright. It's getting pretty late, and I am technically sick. And last time I was streaming on Thursday, which was last Thursday, and I thought I felt perfectly fine. Streaming literally demolished me the next day. So it probably is a good stopping point. I wouldn't mind, however. 1 second, chat. Wow. Wow. That was the second funniest timing of an event tonight. The first funny timing being the way that the way that my stream crashed during the cringe FF16 video. That was the funniest time thing tonight. That was the second funniest time thing because I was like, you know, I wouldn't mind, I was going to say, like, getting the steel pipes or whatever it is that I need for the Squall's final weapon. And then that sneeze happened. I was like, so, you know, I'm still technically sick, but, you know, so I probably should stop, but I wouldn't mind. And then, boom. Which is a very, very eventful sneeze, is how I'll say it. So that's my body saying, yes, you should mind and you should stop. So I am definitely stopping. But thank you everybody for hanging out. Let me go to the end screen. So I will say it's not pleasant, but it's super congested. I don't feel like I'm super congested, but after that, maybe I am. Sinus rinse does wonders. I'm not sure what a sinus, what is the sign? I have to Google that, I guess. Let me see if on Twitch, at least, if anybody is streaming that I could read into. Jess Capricornus is playing Rebirth. We definitely got to run over there. I already talked to you guys enough. She's a big FF8 fan. We've rated her a million times. She's playing Rebirth, so I'm very intrigued by that. So we're gonna go over there. So that'll happen on Twitch. So if you're here on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out, and please stick around for the raid. I have already activated it, so it'll happen in mere seconds. On Sunday, July 5th, we will be back as long as I feel okay, and we'll be doing some fun stuff. This was tentatively the plan from last week that we might do other stuff because other things have happened, but there is that bet that I had of like ranking the bosses in FF7 Remake and Rebirth. Right now, I'll keep it to the story bosses because that's mostly what I've beaten so far, and then we do another ranking with the super bosses. But that sounds like it would be fun. And then obviously Near Replicant, Ending B. We're going to definitely reach the ending of Near Replicant Ending B. All of that is dependent on how I feel by the time Sunday rolls around. Hopefully it'll be okay. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I will see you on Sunday.